What's going on, everybody? Meatball Saucy here again today. Got a video. Got some kind of exciting development that I found. Gentleman named Willems Davy released a nifty little launcher for Pinball FX to enable it in PinUp Popper. So as you can see here, I've got Pinball FX up and running with Attack from Mars on my cabinet. And just going to kind of walk you through this script or launch script that he's got set up and kind of the functionality of what it looks like and how it works. So I'm going to go ahead and exit out of the table and get back into Popper here. And you'll see it's unwinding and taking me back. But basically, I've got this full package that Willems provides as part of his script and download. That allows you to import all the tables and get them all set up, all with a pretty quick and easy little process. I'll have a link to that video and that information, the GitHub site where you can get the files and the links to the tutorial videos on how to get it all set up. I did things a little bit differently for my build, and we'll talk about that here in a little bit. But first, let's just go ahead and launch a table, and I'll show you what it does. So using iRotate, I am rotating my screen automatically. Just launch the table. It's then going to open up Zen Pinball here in just a moment. Once the Zen Pinball screen becomes active, it's kind of got this timer that you may or may not have to adjust. I did not have to adjust it. But once the pinball screen comes up, it basically goes in and opens up the program automatically for you. It's going to automatically switch it into cabinet mode, which you'll see here in just a second. Now the screen is open, and there it goes, going into cabinet mode. Now it's going to go down and find the Jurassic Park game that I selected and launch the table.
Just went and made a new dinosaur.
And there we go.
Kind of what we do here.
Pretty simple, right?
Let's go.
Yeah.
Don't want to wait anymore.
Anyways, so that's kind of the launch sequence. Then I just hit my escape key or my escape button here on the table itself, and it will unload and take me right back into PinUp Popper. And I can pick another table and run through the tables as I own them and have them, and launch till my heart's content. And it just keeps going through this. So one of the big disadvantages with going with this process is that obviously because it is a script, it's key presses and knowing where all of the tables are and things like that. So until Zen gives us a better solution, this has been kind of a really good option for people like me that really don't like to play, on a desktop, that really just enjoy playing on the table and don't want to have to mess with keyboards and mice when you're at the table. And, like I said, the disadvantages is that if something changes within the menu, new games get added, it will require a script update. But as we'll talk about the script here in a little bit, I don't think it's that painful until Zen gives us a more permanent solution within their overall system. So I am excited about what was provided here from Willem, and it works really well. It gives me exactly what I want out of the system, as long as I'm able to select my table, jump in, and start playing. That's really the goal, and it delivered. So I was really happy with it. Yes, I'm probably going to have to update it here in a few weeks when the new tables come out. I'm okay with that. Anyways, like I said, so let's take a look at a couple things that I did differently. Okay. So now we're going to take a look real quickly at the script that Wilhelm has put out. You'll see here that the two scripts that come with the package are part of the system. It also comes with, like I said, all the table images, wheel images, the database files you need to import into Popper, all are part of this system. So now when I go into the auto hotkey that he's got here, I'll show you kind of a quick rundown of what this is about and what this looks like. But this generally is your inputs and your timing. If you're having problems with screens not selecting or whatever, this is really where you're setting up the delays and how much time you wait for your system to load. It's really dependent. You can reduce or add time depending on how you are, but I've left it all alone just because, like I said, it was working straight out of the box. This goes into coordinates and where things are at and how many presses are put. So that's kind of one of the scenario up there. Then this is to give you the table ID numbers associated with an actual name so that you can have them in Popper, and when they load, it's able to identify the actual table number. And that's kind of where the script then will actually start. And normally, in Wilhelm's original script, this run line here was the first line in the script. But because I'm using iRotate, I've added a process that does my rotation for me inside of the script so that I didn't have to do it within Popper, because I found that if I used Popper to do the rotation, sometimes I would get a delay and the wheel would end up on my back glass and it was just all wonky when I was exiting out of tables. So going to the iRotate within the script and when it was compiled was kind of my solution for fixing that issue. But, you know, to each their own, and the if you are using the standard Nailbuster screen rotation command, I'm sure it works just fine. But because I have iRotate on several other emulators, that's just how I had to make things work for my table. And again, that's just how I do it. Then the only other thing was at the very end of the script here, and we'll get down here. You'll see here's where I commented out what was going on from Wilhelm's original area to where he was just doing a wait close for the process and waiting for it to happen. I commented that out, and I changed it. Instead of waiting for a process, I was waiting for the escape. So I'm now waiting for an escape key. I hit the escape key on my cabinet. It kills out Pinball FX and then goes and runs the iRotate to put the screen back. And then it just backs out and closes out. So two small minor changes to the script, but otherwise, like I said, I'm pretty sure that if you're using the standard Nailbuster rotate as he recommends, you wouldn't even need to make those changes, but I wanted to show you at least what I did. Then when we come over to the actual launch script, this is all just kind of a copy and paste out of the tutorial. You see this is just setting up parameters for different game modes. Then this is the launch script that pulls in that compiled script that says, hey, here's my launcher or launch Pinball FX exe from that script. And as that's running, I have a couple other little things that I do. So I change my XPattern profile so that I've got different button configurations, and I turn on DOF links so that I can get the cool little, you know, SSF-y type things going on, which not really SSF, but it works. Then from the close script, because like I said, I'm doing all the closing in the actual script, the only thing I need to do here is change my XPattern profile, kill DOF links, and then finish closing out the table. So guys, that's really all I wanted to share with you today. If you found this video helpful or got you excited to head to try this out, you know, go ahead and give it a like. But definitely head over to Wilhelm's channel that I've linked below so that you've got the video. The GitHub link is also down below. Go check it out. Give him a like, give him a subscribe. And thank you guys. We'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.